hybrid in the room and on the Zoom. So we'll start, guys in the room. We'll go with Franco and Duncan. We've got Franco and Duncan. We'll go with Franco first. So, any questions for Franco? Yeah.
Hi, Franco. Obviously, defeat will hurt, but the way you guys played in that final quarter from 37-10 down to come away with 2 points on the log, you must be pretty happy with that.
Yeah, I'm a difficult person to use the word happy so quickly. So
recording in progress.
Now the plan obviously was not to fall behind as we did in the first half. We always knew that we had a plan to manage the second part of the game. So I'm most proud of the fact that we were down was a 24-10 half time and came back and produced the performance that we did in the second half. Again, too many lineouts lost and too many penalties against us. I think the penalty count was hugely against us in this game, and we'll have to go and look what it was exactly. But that obviously deprived us from attacking platforms, and once we got more of that in the second part of the game, I thought we were more effective.
In the build-up, you spoke about you wanted to see growth in your team, and you also spoke about the plan that you had put out there. Did you tick both those boxes?
Yes, definitely. I think to play a quality team like the Bulls here, this close to the final part of the season, is massive. We were challenged mentally and physically today. We were challenged from a rugby perspective. We had to caught up in a game away from home in the circumstances and conditions, which means that the character of the team was tested, and I think we passed that test clearly. So yes, obviously I'm absolutely gutted that we've lost the game, because I think we're good enough to have won the game, but there is a lot of positives and growth and lessons learned that we will take into the next part of the season.
Franco, you spoke before the time about the altitude and having a plan for that. Do you feel that plan worked today?
The first part when the guys were fresh didn't work, and then we brought the players on sporadically to bring energy and emptied the bench basically on 65 as we were trying to, but all of them has contributed. Duncan has scored a lot of points in the last part of the game, and everything from that perspective. Again, well done to the Bulls in the first part of the game. I think we made almost 95 tackles in the first half of the game, which is too many. And then obviously didn't get reward on the opposite side of the field when we got up there as we should. So that part of it, we can do better, but it's still something in our hands that we can get better than. We don't. It's not that we were outplayed completely. We made errors that forced us to defend a lot more than we should. So yes, as we grew through the game and as the guys realized, it's the first time basically now that we've come with a specific plan to this part of the world, and I do feel that we've got a lot to learn from it and a lot to take forward from it.
Those 2 points, I know every coach is probably doing permutations in their head at this stage of the season anyway. Those 2 points extremely valuable, and especially probably makes next week more important. If you can get a win next week, the Zebra is your last game, almost to keep that top spot.
Yeah. Now look, we're aiming to win the top spot, or to keep the top spot, just for the fact that I think it will give us mentally a best approach to the last part. But that doesn't mean that we will win anything, So it's important that we're not going to go off script just to get that right. We need to prepare in this period. We've worked the whole season to put us in a position now to have a different approach in the last part in preparation for the final part of it. So the wins are very important, and we would love to win, but we've got a couple of other objectives now. We'd like to achieve them as well.
Okay, we'll move to questions on the Zoom. There's somebody with their hands up. I can't quite see who it is, but if whoever that is can answer that first. Sorry, go on.
Franco, you still have to stay in South Africa for the last class, then at home against everything. But we're hoping to be behind. Let's not put up a game behind. The 16 points behind. Do you feel you can manage that and maintain that number one spot? If everything goes your way, then you host a final.
Yeah, look, that's the aim, and that is what we're going to try and achieve. So, not too worried about what other teams must achieve. We are absolutely focused on what we can do. And again, we want to win, but we want also to be preparing our product for the final part of the season.
Graham. Yep, Graham.
Hi, Franco. You changed the whole front row after 30 minutes. It was quite a radical move. Anything else thinking like that?
There's not a rule that says you must play your bench second. So we just played the bench first, and it was from the start. I think everybody that looked at the team would have realised, that was part of our strategy. So both those boys are coming back, or the whole front row are coming back from injuries, and I always knew that the second part of the game was going to be important. So the strategy was to get these boys out there, play their hearts out for that period, as if they were coming off the bench. So, and I thought they did it well, and they did out our second group 10 minutes on the field, a break at half time, and then to go full up for the 40. With the 60 minutes, which they probably would have played from the start anyway.
So that was always the plan, was to change it half an hour.
Yes.
I mean, you must be very good with fitness your team showed in that second half, that final quarter, and given the heat and the condition.
Yeah, I agree, and therefore I have to remind them we don't have to have only second half performances. I think we can be more accurate in the first part of the game, and we've now shown 4 or 5 important games. We've showed some good second half fight back, and we clawed our ways back. So there is good character, and we are well, we're fit enough to do that. But I think we must be more accurate from the start.
Guys, just quickly before we carry on with the Zoom, I've messaged somebody in the room, so let's go.
Coach, now how crucial has it become to win that game against the Lions next week? What are some of the things that you'd like to refresh from your squad, or are you happy with what you've seen and just what you see more of that from the squad?
So every game from the first week was important. That hasn't changed. This game is just as important as we wanted to win our home games, as we wanted to win had to learn to win on the road. So no more importance to what's going to happen next week, definitely from my perspective. We are playing to get better at what we do. I think we must be more accurate in the first part of the game. For me, we got penalised a lot. Again, we can have to see if we can find the trend. Was it a specific trend? Was it specific individuals? So that part of the game, not great. It happened against the Harlequins in the round of 16, where we got penalised 12 times in the first half, and then come back and didn't get penalised until the last minute of the game. So I just got to go and find the trend, and so yeah, we need to be a little bit more accurate, and I'm happy that there's more in our team at this stage of the season. It's not we haven't achieved our pinnacle, and we can still build on what we've achieved up to now.
Nathan, if you're on the Zoom there.
Yes, thank you very much again. Franco, just one question for you. You mentioned that strategy that you used responsible on the bench, and the guys on the bench were starting. Would it be fair to say you went to that one spot knowing the guys on the bench would do the job for you? And is it perhaps the same strategy you might use against the Lions?
I know we'll have to wait the next week and see exactly how the boys come through this weekend, how they recover, and like I said, every game's got its own challenges, and we will sit down and strategize again around that. Obviously, there's a bit of a plan, but we'll put the strategy in place later in the week.
Anybody else on the Zoom there? Stuart?
Well, really questions for Duncan now, which will be Sunday for Monday.
Just a quick wrap up of everybody else's. You go on for Frank. Oh, okay. Do you mind if we start on the Zoom just for right? So, Stuart, if you want to kick off for Duncan.
Duncan, to be honest, the team looked to be out of energy and out of ideas after 60 minutes when you went 37-10 behind. What was the key to that recovery, which a lot of people probably didn't see coming?
It was exciting for me. My job at 10 is to unlock the backs, and I thought we seen the backs get a lot more ball in that second half. You seen a lovely bridge pass from Tom to Kyle. We've seen Stafford McDowell making a line break. We linked with Seba, got a couple of touches. So, we've got really exciting backs. And, I knew if I could get them involved in the game and get them on the ball as many times possible against a tiring defence, then they should cause problems. They were fairly kind of flat when I came on, so it was about geeing them up and getting around them and making sure that they knew that they were going to get the touches on the ball and they were ready for it.
I guess you must have run out of the number of times you've had that situation under your last kick of the 8 minutes or to win something out of it as you did today with a bonus point. Is that just second nature to you these days? You just like, here we go again, I'll kick it over. Is it that simple?
I'm really comfortable with my process when I'm goal kicking, so the scenario or whatever it is, it doesn't really faze me too much. I'm going through my processes is to perfect my technique, and you've not really got any headspace for outside kind of factors like that. You're just going through your process, I'm glad I had it well.
Hands there on the Zoom. Can't see your hands up.
Duncan, Franco was saying finishing top spot and what you're after. I think the players feel they can do that. You feel you have the strength and depth to actually get through these next 2 games undefeated, which you'll probably need to be.
Yeah, I mean, we don't go into any game kind of not favouring ourselves to get a result. Like Franco says, the plan might change week to week, but as a group, as a collective of players, I think we're really confident in our ability to go and perform well. At this stage of the season, we all pretty much know the plan or the tinks and the tinkers, like kind of week to week, but we all know what each other's doing. We kind of know all our systems by now, and if you don't, you'll get found out pretty quickly by either Franco or one of the other coaches. So I think now it's just about going in and kind of living those systems and the team structures and bring them to life every game day. And I see that we're building on that week to week. I think we're still learning every week as well how to get better, and that shows that the growth mindset in the team. And I think we're in a very good place as players.
Cheers, Duncan. Thanks.
Thank you.
There's one question in the room here for Duncan. Been covered.
Thank you. Thanks.
Anything else? Yeah. All right. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
You're looking for a